everyone, I'm writer Claudia Moss, and today I'm wearing my reviewer's cap. So I am reviewing the book Knights of Silk and Sapphire, and here's the cover by Amber Jacobs. A beautiful cover indeed it is. There we go. I'm reviewing this book for YLVA Ulva Publishing Company in Germany. I am elated to say that I tremendously, thoroughly enjoyed reading this book, Knights of Silk and Sapphire, and I recommend this book to you. I recommend this book to you for so many reasons. If you love good storytelling, great narration, then this book is for you. Even if this book is sensual erotica, and some people might think erotica can't be good storytelling, that's not true, because Amber Jacobs does an exquisite job of bringing us into the story and sharing with us what happens between these characters. Well before the end of the story, you fall in love with Jacob's characters. Her main character is Sapphire, and she is a beautiful, olive-skinned, dark-haired, sapphire-eyed scion. And a scion is a leader of her people in desert mythology, in desert life. And she's from this line of prominent scions who rule the desert with a wise hand and a very sharp intellect when it comes to matters of living and life and war, and most sensually loving, because Sapphire is known for her ability to seduce women. So while she's seducing her homeland, she's seducing a harem of women. And besides Sapphire, in this story is a beautiful young blonde whose name is simply Day. She has been taken by marauders of the desert who are taking her into slavery. But when they're passing through the desert, they have broken a law of the desert that says you just cannot come through doing as you please. You pay tribute to someone somewhere in the desert in order to pass safely. So Sapphire's scouts are on the alert, and they come sweeping down on these desert marauders, and they claim all that they have and annihilate them. And a part of that bounty is the beautiful young Day. Now she contrasts so well with the beauty of the dark sapphire-eyed Sapphire, because this young blonde's eyes are emerald green, and the imagery of seeing them in your head in the story is quite spectacular. And they not only meet beauty for beauty, dark and light, coming from a different part of the world for both the desert and the civilized part, but they meet mind for mind, brain power for brain, and it creates such a sensual atmosphere of a coming together of attraction for these two characters. And I loved the aspect of the harem clothes, the way the girls come together and play, the terminology of the desert, the battles going on with the scion, the peace scion, keeping her kingdom safe from Shakur and his desert marauders wanting to come in and claim what the scion has worked so many years to maintain and keep. So whatever you want in the story is there. From the battle to the love making to the sensuality of women together in a harem with a leader that they love, that these women absolutely love. The whole concept of pleasure servants was just mesmerizing to know that Day came into the harem initially as a pleasure servant, but by the time the story closes, Day has risen to a consort or a wife of the scion. Now, the beauty of the ending and all through the story for me is that, well, amongst so many other things, is that polyamory is an intricate part of the story, because Sapphire loves all of the women in her harem, and she makes love to them sensually, powerfully, memorably. But yet, when she's finally with Day, after so long of being away from her, because Day says, no, 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 I don't know about this type of living. And then a battle takes Sapphire away from Day, and she comes back wounded. But still, when they get back together, it is fireworks. It is spectacular. And Amber does a wonderful job, Amber Jacobs, of bringing all of the sensuality to us in language that is indeed memorable, enchanting. Something similar to the Arabian Nights, but give it a lesbian twist. Because in the end, Day says she understands that Sapphire will continue loving all of the women in her harem. However, she doesn't want to stop her from doing that, but she says we can have them together as a couple in love, but yet opening our love to others, the polyamorous way. So beautiful. If you want all of this in a story, great writing, wonderful storytelling, beautiful imagery, great descriptions of the desert and the people that bring to life these scenes in the desert, then you want to pick up Amber Jacobs' book, Nights of Silk and Sapphire. And this picture, this cover, does a spectacular job of bringing all of the elements together of what you can anticipate. So go out and get it from www.ylvapublishing.com. Google them. You'll be glad you did. I was given this novel for an honest review, and that is indeed my honest review. I loved it, and I think you will too. Have a great one. Mwah, mwah. Kisses from the desert. as always, como siempre, te amo mucho, y luz y amor y luz y besitos y abracitos siempre. ¡Mua, mua, mua!